Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another day to trade. Glad to be here. Got some energy this morning. Had a basketball game to yesterday, so I feel like playing the game made me so tired that I had a good night's rest. So happy about having a game yesterday. Won the game. Had about like 13 points. I'll take it. All right. So since I won yesterday's basketball game, I hope to win today's trading session. All right, let's get to it. Let's see what's on the scanners this morning. All right. I'm gonna look at the scanners first. I've already taken a look at my screen here on Weeble. Just see percentage moves that are going up and down, and seeing what's probably in play. Obviously, Tesla is in play. So let me go ahead and write down some things I'll be watching today. Tesla is one of them for sure. Tesla had earnings yesterday. Not sure how the earnings went, but I do know that it did fall. I'm not sure on what their reports was. All right. Let's go with mega caps. Mega caps. Some things that are moving heavily. Nvidia. I'm gonna watch Nvidia today, so that's gonna be on my list. AMD for sure. This will probably be my three-headed monster today: Tesla, Nvidia, and AMD. Today's date is 10/23/25. All right. I'm gonna put Apple up there too. Apple has Apple's been having some good volume, so Apple. Oh man. Video Tesla. All right. I think I'm pretty cool with I think today my list is going to be really straightforward into stocks that I'm going to be watching today. All right. All right. Da-da-da-da. Okay, let's go to Tesla first. Tesla. Tesla might be overcrowded. I like trading things after earnings report, but sometimes we could deal with some choppiness, you know. So Tesla, Tesla has fallen to 420. I wish I had the heart because I'm not gonna say I knew, but I did suspect that Tesla was gonna fall after its earnings report, and I feel like the best entry would have been shorting it right at market open, and then just holding this thing throughout the whole entire day. That's what I suspected, and then that would have given you a great move because you would have shorted it at 440, and then it would have dropped down. Oh, well, then it dropped down to 422. So I wish I had the heart to do it, but I'm not trying to. I haven't seen this be consistent. This is not a consistent strategy when earnings are in play to either short or long things. It's very, very inconsistent. You can make a lot of money, but you could literally blow yourself up. So happy I didn't go ahead and do that to myself. But at the same time, I wish I had the heart to do it at times. But I'm growing an account, so I can't take the leap of faith. Once my account gets to a certain point, though, I will take small position size and moves like this that I feel confident in because Tesla was just overdone. We've consolidated here for a really, really long time, so I knew Tesla was practically done with just grinding higher. I felt like Tesla is trying to come back into about like $300 or so. That's how I feel, and that's also what I see in the chart. I do feel like Well, I do see that Tesla will like to get back down here. It doesn't have to go down to $300, but maybe like 380, 390. I do see Tesla getting to that point. Nonetheless, looking at the daily on Tesla, it's been tight knit inside this consolidation period for a while, just trading between 402 with to a high of 470, but really it's been trading between, if we was to look at it from a consolidation standpoint, from 409 to about 440. So we've been trading around $30 to $40. Let's just keep it simple like that. So with Tesla, we have a pivot level that should be highlighted right here at this 407.15, and I would also highlight this pivot level right here at 417.78. These are areas of support. Now, looking at the pre-market, where these white lines are, we're trading below the 9 and 20 EMA. So now we're rolling over, which means now we can have a downturn. But having that downturn, we also need to account for support, which that support was founded at 417. I would like to see this break 417, and this will even lead to more of a confirmation move that Tesla would like to go ahead and roll down. A bias that I have is that I would like Tesla to fall. That's what I would like. Because I'm saying I would like it based off what I'm seeing from the chart, not just because I just want it to just go down. Is that it looks like a good setup for a continuation fall, maybe getting back to the 50-day moving average. I would like that, but I clearly understand that we do have a lot of support here. You see, it's buyers at this wick, even though this is an indecision, but buyers did step up here. We have an engulfing candle right here. We have buyers right here, buyers right here. We did sell off and break through this level at one point, or price action at one point, but buyers are here. Buyers are here. So, we need to, flush out all of these buyers for a down move. If we don't want to flush it out, then we just have to go with the buyers and take it to some of its resistance points that are up here to around 430. That's where the resistance is at, 430, 432. So going into higher time frames, we have on the monthly, Tesla has just been indecision. It hasn't really picked a direction. We go on the weekly, hasn't really also picked a decision. But, based off earnings, we know that Tesla has fallen. And we can see that just based off these white lines that Tesla has fallen. And we could get a retracement back to the moving averages at 409. So that's a target. 409 is a target. And then we also have a large gap here to 367 on the monthly. So I do think within the next month or so, we should be able to go ahead and roll down and get here. Let's just say 2 months, but that doesn't help us for today. So going to the daily chart, we got this buy wick, but obviously we had earnings, so now we're trading here, and either we're going to come back into yesterday's range or we're going to stay out of yesterday's range. And this is days that I love to trade, because it's either the stock is going to get back into previous days price action, or we're going to stay out of previous days price action. So with all of that, those are the higher time frames in terms of the monthly, the weekly, the daily. Let's go ahead and check on the 4-hour chart. The 4-hour chart on Tesla, you can clearly see, I feel like it's hard to hear myself a little bit. On the 4-hour chart, you can clearly see that this is the consolidation that we've been in. And then even with earnings, we're still inside this consolidation. We are still not breaking this consolidation. But what's important to highlight is just look how we got so many points of contact in this price area. I love to see this because this gives me an edge. This is so many points of contact. And this was a pivot level that was found right here on the daily chart. And this is an R3 pivot level. So this is a very, very important level. So, oh man, we've touched this level so many times. So with that, I would like to go ahead and identify this with a different color so I know how important this level is. So I'm going to make this level a nice blue so I know what I'm walking into. This is a key level that we've just bounced around here, flickered around here a little bit. And I even want to do a little, gonna draw something for myself here and get a rectangle. And, oops, wrong chart. So this is what I want to highlight right here. Because this is really important. And this area is where we held support at. This whole entire area. So if Tesla falls and we get in here, then I would like for it to break and continue down to 407. That's what I would like to see. But if not, not a problem. We just have to understand that this is a buy zone. So we can go ahead and buy and then take it to its next levels. Take it to its next levels. Let's go ahead and move this up to this pivot level right there on the 4 hour. So this is where we have support. So let's see what Tesla's going to go ahead and do today. Tesla right now has already rolled over the 59 and 20 moving averages. On the 4 hour chart, it's trading slightly below VWAP, right? And then also we are trading below yesterday's activity. So like a lot of things I'm seeing is leading into a sell-off, but we're still unsure. I just want to lead with that. This is not a definitive take, right? And we're trying to break below the 200, which we have not done that in quite some time. We did break below the 200 at one point over here, but we went ahead and bounced right back up. On the 1 hour chart, see how these points of contact is just very, very pivotal. We want to make sure that this is identified. Because just look, bounce, bounce. We broke through here, but bounced again off this level, bounced again off this area. So this area, which is around 415 area, basically. This 415 area, 416, let's be a little bit more cautious. So I'm going to say 416 area, there is support. I would like to see us break that support. Right? Now, going off of Tesla's sell-off, right? Even on the 1 hour chart, we're trading under the 200, under 50, under 20, under non-moving averages, under VWAP, right? And then we got more sellers in play. So with the more sellers in play, this is still good for a downwards movement, but we have to watch out for those buyers because a lot of these moves, and I also need to let myself note this because in the market sometimes, I wrote some notes down on them to yesterday, is that a lot of these moves happen so quick early on, and you think that this is gonna happen for the day when that's not the case. A lot of these moves are taking hours in the morning to happen. So, it's not like at 9:30 at the bell. A lot of these moves are happening at 10:30, at 10:30, 11 o'clock, East Coast time. So you're talking an hour wait for a proper entry, an hour and a half wait for a proper entry. And it is what it is. Early on moves are just strictly momentum plays. So it's not like we can't take those plays. It just has to be, reasonable size, so you still have some bandwidth for later on in the day. What I also like here on the hour chart is that we're trading at S levels, which I would like to see us continue down into S levels. So from S1 to S2, so on and so forth. Even on the 4 hour chart, we're trading in or at territory of S levels. Can we get to S1? Can we get to S2? So on and so forth. All right? So I like what I'm seeing here. Seeing this S1. No, I'm not going to highlight that. It's right there. All right. Love it. Love it. And there's going to be some volatility on this just for the simple fact that we had earnings. So this has to be on the list. All right. We just want to see if this area is going to be support. That's it. and it's shown to be support. But what would be the upside move then? Are we going to get back into range? That's where this blue line is at, which was to yesterday's low. So we got the highs and lows of yesterday. The low of yesterday was 429.01. The high of yesterday was 445. So to go to the news aspect of Tesla, Tesla shares fall after 3/4 profit declines. Oh, okay. So their profit has declined in 3/4. Okay. JP Morgan, they lowered Tesla's estimates, keep underway after earnings. Tesla to rally more than 16%. No, that's nothing. I'm not going to go ahead and read through all of this. Just want to see where the edge is at. We do have a price target at Tesla for 510. Tesla IBM. Tesla CEO calls proxy advisor firms corporate terrorist. Elon Musk also rely on Samsung for Tesla AI chips. Okay, so we got some catalysts around it. It's a little bit mixed. We got some down ratings on Tesla. We got some buy ratings more so. We got some negative news here. Tesla recalls thousands of Cybertrucks over driver dazzling light defect. That's some trash ass news. That's not anything important. Alrighty. Let's just see how Tesla trades based off his earnings report. The only thing I see here that's, kind of strong is that Tesla shares did fall after 3/4 profit declines. So that's the only thing that I see. All right, when I take a look at Tesla's order book, though, the sellers are not really present. A lot of buying is taking place right now on the order book. If I was to go ahead and scale down this chart a little bit, when I scaled it down, there's actually a lot more sellers. Let me see. Yeah, okay, let's go here. There's actually a lot more sellers just coming in at around 424. A lot more sellers there. A lot more red around 424.60. Forgive me. It's 6 in the morning. To my time, I've been up since 4:45. Yeah, sellers are starting to really roll in the higher the price goes. The higher the prices go. The buyers are there. The buyers are still there at 422, 422.80. So we do have some buyers around this zone here, this 422 area. There's definitely some buyers. It's not large amounts of buyers, but you know, if people want to go ahead and jump in with those people, just can't push the price higher. I'm looking at this level two. We can see here that there's basically a battle between the buyers and sellers. We got the sellers slightly having a little bit more edge, especially with 1,000 to lot size right here. And then looking at the size of the sellers, they're pretty small. But looking at the size of the buyers, they're also small. We have large buys, but no consistent weighted to buyers. We're gonna see a little bit more clarity once market opens, but we do got some heavy size. We got a 1,900 lot size at 423. Yeah, man, we got some strong lot sizes, even a 2,000 lot size at 422. So got to be to mindful of those buyers. If we sweep those buyers and get to like 421 and 420, then we got some 420 puts that we could go ahead and take advantage of and short this thing. But if not, we got Tesla probably coming back into yesterday's range, probably getting into 430 if that's what it wants to do. So we're not gonna argue with it. So cool. Tesla's on the list, and I have some key things already highlighted here. So Tesla it is. Let's put this one on the main list. Tesla 5. All right. Next up. Next up is going to be Nvidia. Let's go to. I like the fact that AMD though, like chart wise, I'm gonna map out both AMD and Nvidia. I like this lot size on Nvidia right here. Let's see. Yeah, 227 roll. I like AMD a little bit more for the simple fact that AMD is definitely under the 9 day to moving average, and we have not been under the 9 day a while. In a while, we have not been under there, so I like that actually a little bit more. There's some heavy size coming in on Nvidia here, but AMD is definitely in place. So let's go ahead and watch out for this one. All right, cool. AMD's up next. News wise on AMD, how AI gave Kathy with her redemption. No news. Is there still room for AMD shares after 90.9% rally? Micron rally illuminates MU. I'm not trading MU. I know that one. That spread is just it's the most annoying thing in the world. Nvidia's dominance faces new challenges as Israel startup Next Silicon develops central processor that could rival Intel, AMD. So this was around 4 hour news. So this is the news. Nvidia's dominance faces new challenges as Israel startup Next Silicon develops a central processor that could rival. I just read the headlines. I don't go in too much in depth. So just know that we got some rivals. To summarize the next Silicon Valley, with Intel, AMD, and Nvidia built using. So they probably got some rivals that is going to compete with them. It's that simple. Alrighty. So no major news around it, but something to watch for today. So AMD is trading between the highs and lows of previous day's activity, and then also AMD is also the pre-market high is 232.37. Pre-market low so far is 227.18. We do have a high volume candle right around here at 147. Oops, we got another high volume candle. We have to go ahead and highlight that. A high volume candle at 1.1 to million right here, and we're actually trading below it. So this was a buy candle, but we're trading below it. So that's something to highlight. Let's go back to Tesla and let me to make sure my high volume candle is still correct. It might not be. Nope. High volume candle is right here now. Okay, no, it's not. High volume candle is right here. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the 5 minute chart. I have to do that on. I'm looking at the 15 minute. I have to do that on the 5 minute. There we go. I'm gonna get back to 780. Oh my goodness, 781. You got to make sure you dot your I's and cross your T's when you do this thing. You don't want to be such in a hurry. Okay, there we go. So 1.1 million was actually at this candle right here on the 5. Alrighty. So going back to AMD on the daily chart, we've only had 3 buys. And I want us to pay attention to that. We've only had 3 strong buys on AMD on the daily chart. The rest around AMD is straight selling. So we know that there are people who are trying to sell this thing. Like people are trying to sell AMD. It's that simple. So people trying to sell AMD, I like that. And I think that we could probably get this sell off at some point. Maybe today's the day to 218 where we broke out of this and got to its first all-time high area. So I like that to be the possibility for today. When I go on the monthly, I think I've looked at this every day. Strong a buyer, but now we're facing rejection. We're just caught in this little channel up here. When we look at the weekly, indecision is just straight indecision, unsure, but it's starting to get to weaker and weaker. Whenever you see this kind of like pattern, I'm just gonna say that, um, especially on higher time frames, th- what people think is that we got this candle, and then it's gonna go ahead and ride up some more, and it could possibly go ahead and do that. But what I'm seeing, especially when I just looked at the daily, is that this thing is basically going like, if you guys follow my mouse, it's basically going like this. It's gonna roll down and then get back into a reasonable price area. So with this rejection, this thing is just taking its time to channel, and then drop. That's how I see it, and that's how it could possibly go ahead and happen. Um, so I think that's something to notate when we look at what's going on. Is facing this resistance is getting harder to break, and now we're getting lower and lower. So when I go on the 4 hour chart, we have already lost the 9, 20, and 50-day moving average, which we've been holding this action. Oh my gosh, we've been holding this for freaking a few days now, a few days or a few weeks. We've been holding it. We did slightly go ahead and break through, but it didn't do anything. So now I definitely like this for short. I do. I don't want to just go right in and say it's gonna go short today, but I like it because there's a possibility that we could finally get a strong downturn. We've been in a heavy bull market. I like the sellers here. I like the orders. It's very consistent already when I'm looking at the level 2. Let me go ahead and look at this on my other order book. There's a lot of sellers. A lot of sellers around 233, around 236. A lot of sellers around there. So, right, 5 minutes. Let's see. We got some activity there. Nice. Nice, nice. So I really do like this. Now, where I would need to be cautious is this pivot level right here at 228.21 on the 4 hour. I'm not gonna mark it as a level. I already have some levels all over the place, so I don't gotta go ahead and mark that. But that's something to highlight. We did have a strong sell-off. Intraday yesterday after this pop up to 240, so we know 240 is rejection. Then after that, the buyers came, step back up, and then selling is right back into effect. So a psychological point of target, if this thing was to fall, is 220. If we were to go ahead and bounce off of this area, then we have to go ahead and think about getting into 230, which AMD can do. So that's that on the 4 hour chart. Let's also stick with the 4 hour chart for a little bit real quick. I want to see if there's any consistency. So we know that this area was some resistance, and now we've shown support here. So that's something to highlight. So let's change this to a deeper blue so I know that this is not just yesterday's love anymore. This has now become a key level. Yep. So this has now become a key level to highlight. Why is that? Because this was once resistance, as I mentioned, and it went from resistance to now being support. Let's draw a little box here. So we can see right from here, a little bounce, some support, so we're holding on, but this was once resistance. Oops. Right? So if we fall and break through here, oh yeah, man, we could also head to 218, maybe 213, right? And we got sellers there too. So nice. Nice, 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 nice. On the 1 hour chart, you can see how I drew that box there and how this is playing as support. But the good part, like I said, that I like about this is that we're trading below the 200, below moving average. We're starting to roll over. We just need the sellers to to go ahead and kick some gear and push this thing down. We even got a level here on the 1 hour chart. So 216, 213 is definitely a target. The 213 comes from this S1 level on the 4 hour. So, and then this is what I mean by rollover. This is just straight resistance. Straight resistance. So all we needed was to get below this 200 and then eventually head down for the Himalayas. That's really all we needed. So today, I'm going to really need to be patient and wait for these moves to develop. Can't really be too concerned at the market open. Maybe take a small position size, but nothing too crazy. Can't go in heavy so early. All right. 15 minutes, same concept as most time frames. And I like that everything's pretty much in sync. Just a lot more selling taking place. The order book, a lot more orders on the downside. A lot more heavy orders or just consistent orders. I'm pretty sure there are some buyers who want to go ahead and push this thing up. But I don't really see any buyers either. But that's the thing. Whenever I don't see buyers, I don't think straight selling will happen. Sellers need to sell it to somebody. So we need some buyers. Yep. Ooh, man. Ay, what I tell you, man. 6 a.m. with West Coast trading is tough. Tough. All right, so that's AMD. AMD solid. Solid. Trading under VWAP. We got a key level here. If we break below this key level, nice. We just have to we have to see how it interacts. My goal today is to trade from proper risk areas, risk reward areas, so off of moving averages, off of levels, not just trading from the momentum. I haven't been getting any good moves like that. So AMD is up next on the plate. And now following AMD, we're going to roll into NVIDIA. All right, AMD. All right, so trading in between the highs and lows of yesterday. Trading under the 200, under all moving averages. If we break below here, that is key because we got a large gap here. And this is about a $2 drop, so that would be nice. So if we could get below here, because this is a key level. So if we get below here, man, we're headed down for the Himalayas too on NVIDIA. NVIDIA's going to go on my third to list here. All right. NVIDIA. Okay. The thing about Nvidia is that we already had a large sell-off from to yesterday. Sometimes it's hard for me to believe that we want to go ahead and do it again. And that's also based off, just my experience in the market. I've seen these things just not happen. Because it happened previous day, you think it happened the next day, and it doesn't. The daily chart, we do have an indecision. We are trading still above the 50-day moving average. We do have this pivot level right here at 179.37. I'm not going to highlight that because there's already enough levels here. Let's to make sure I have the right volume level, and I don't. I keep doing this on the 5-minute. You know what? Even though that's the 15-minute chart, it makes sense to keep it. All right, so on the 15-minute chart, we got the highest volume at 1 million here at 179.40. So I'm gonna leave this level just right there. Yeah, that's fine. Let's start with the monthly chart. Monthly chart, we do have this level right here, this 175. Let's go ahead and mark that. I feel like Nvidia does have the strength to get there. But like I said, Nvidia has not really been in play in terms of trading this thing. Really oversaturated. Okay, so Nvidia is solid. We got that one. A monthly indecision. It seems like we're starting to possibly roll over and lean towards a little bit of a short. But also, too, buyers can step up right here. I think we're just in a support zone on the monthly. Instant could shoot up at some point and get to 200. Because remember, like, the bull market is still intact. It's not broken. All right. On the weekly, we are starting to see a turnaround, but buyers are just right here, right here. We do got some short sellers. We got some wicks above, but there's nothing like these to buyers are right here. Even though we got the engulfing, like with inside these wicks, but we still got some strong buyers there. All right. Yeah. And then pre-market still trading just above the 9 moving average as well on the weekly. All right. On the 4-hour, so just a lot of commotion with Nvidia, especially, with this consolidation that's been here, and then now we're back here again. We have fallen, breaking it, but we've just been holding this support right around here. Like this thing has just been holding support in this range. So if I was to go ahead and draw like a little box, let's draw from this standpoint all the way to the pivot level that we see here on the 4-hour chart. This area is just support, And we could easily get in here, probably get to the bottom of 176 to 32. So, and I think the ATR is about $3 on Nvidia. So I think Nvidia could give a good move. The forward chart does look nice, but like I said, this area has been nothing but support. We are trading below the 200, 9 and 20 and 50. So, this is a downwards move kind of a thing. We do have a strong lot size at 3,000, strong seller there, 3,000 lot size. We have some consistent sellers too, but I'm sure there's some strong buyers. And yeah, we do have lot sizes that at 23 lot size, a 2,300 lot size at 179. So, we have some buyers there as well. So Nvidia is going to go on my third chart. I'm not really, if I trade it, I trade it. If I don't, I don't. But Nvidia could bounce off off of this area because this is a buy zone. If we do short into it, it would need to break. If this thing could break yesterday's low, oh yeah, we're heading down for the Himalayas for sure. For sure. Alrighty. Market's about to open up in just a few minutos. Tesla's selling off, but we're right in its buy zone. We are right in a buy zone. AMD is going up. Market's about to open up. What's good, Grayson? What's good, bro? All right, let's see what today cooks up. Tesla's already selling off, but we're now going to go ahead and jump into that, right? AMD is selling off. Tesla just broke pre-market low. I'm not going to jump into that trade. I am looking to short Tesla for sure, but this is a buy zone. So this purple box that I drew is a buy zone. And you see how we all like the buyers are stepping up? This is all buyers right here. I could come in and honestly do a quick little order and buy, but I don't want to waste my ammo like that. Because the move that I'm going to get is not the move that I want. So let's sit back, let's relax, and let the market go ahead and do its thing. I'm liking AMD for a short. And the reason why I'm liking this is because we're near moving averages. So I'm going to go short here on AMD. Just give me a few minutes. I wanted to go back up. It might not go back up. There we go. There we go. I just jumped into AMD short. I got my stop order placed. I'm gonna let AMD go ahead and do its thing there. It might stop me out. It might not stop me out. I have $1 stop on that. I'm really keeping my eye on Tesla though for today. And the reason why I shorted it is because I like the risk to reward on this. And AMD looks weak. I thought AMD was actually trading below the 9. It's not actually. AMD is just a momentum play I'm trying to take. So probably trying to take it down to 227 or pre-market low. But looking at the daily, it's kind of on the 9. It's moving average. All right, just sit back, relax. I might get stopped out. I might not get stopped out. It's important to have stop orders in place. Because if things just go against you, then, they just go against you, man. So right now we're caught in this channel on Tesla. We're just caught in this channel. Tesla looks like it's about to break, but I don't want to be caught in the momentum. Because I want to be able to size into my positions and make the most out of my positions right now. So let Tesla go ahead and do its thing. It's a nice short, though. It's a great short. But if I'm patient enough, then I could get a better move on Tesla or a better move on AMD. NVIDIA is not doing anything right now. Nvidia's not doing a damn thing. Tesla is actually the one that's moving, and it broke below this channel, which I do like. So I would love to short it, but I need a solid risk to reward. Because like I said, this thing could buy at any point up. So I'd rather this thing come all the way back up on Tesla, retest this area at 422, and then short it. All right, so we see this on AMD, right? Now I'm gonna add another contract, possibly, possibly. I want a good risk to reward. And at the same time, I don't want to use all of my ammo. Because you're in combat, you know what I mean? Like, you are in combat with other traders. So the goal is to align with the market. Don't just do what you want to do. All right? So I'm not going to add. All right, we chilling. We chilling. We chilling. Kind of letting moves just pass me by, but it's cool. It's still early. You still got a whole day's worth of trading. It's a lot of there's a lot of buying on AMD right now, but there's some sellers there, man. Sellers are present. See how the buying is starting to come in on Tesla? I'm gonna get stopped out on AMD possibly, and that's okay. I'll take the loss if that's what it's gonna be, and then I'll just be more cautious on my next entry. Yep, I got stopped out. Crazy market. All right, so I'm down $100. See, with Tesla, I could buy right out of this zone on Tesla. I already like the buying that's taking place. But the risk to reward is not the best. So now look what AMD is doing now. Stop me out, but the selling is coming up the right back. I'm also looking at the level 2. Kind of go with. I kind of want to do. Yep, I'm gonna do a 415 call on AMD. I mean, I'm sorry, on Tesla. I'm just gonna go ahead and take this risk. I got a stop order. And I'm looking to take Tesla to get out of this buy record. This is a buy zone, so that's why I jumped into that. on Tesla. And the goal is to take it to this high volume to level at 422. That's my goal. The pre-market is your friend, man. Because we just gotta prep. As long as you're prepping, yep. Now just look at that. I want to add one more, but like I said, I gotta save my ammo for a better part of the day. So that's what I'm gonna do. I already made the $100 back so far. But like I said, my goal is to take it up here, or even up here. And look at that. Look at that. Just let it do its thing. Go ahead and let it do its thing. I'm ready up 200. So I'm looking for a 3-to-1. I think I can make an extra $100 on this. Yep. It's a lot of momentum here. Come on, keep pushing. And then on a 2 minute, we also got the 200-day moving average. I don't think it's time for me to go yet. Yeah, look at that momentum right there. All right. Wow. It's not letting me out. All right, I got out. Now I'm up on the day to 144. Nice. I was just down 100. Now I'm up to 144. I'm chilling. I'm waiting for my next opportunity. I just trusted. I just trusted the buy zone I was in. What made me get out of this position, it was only a momentum play. I wasn't treating it like this was gonna be a full day move. Nope, I wasn't. I was trying to get a 3-to-1, but I got a 2-to-1. So a 2-to-1 is I risked $100 to make $200. So I lost 100, then I made it to 144. Great trade. And you see why I got out? If the momentum was still pushing all the way up, then I would have went ahead and jumped into that trade. But the momentum just wasn't, it was starting to get exhausted too fast. I needed this thing to continue to ride. Great trade there. Because remember, I'm still trying to save ammo for later on into the trading day. That was an awesome trade. And mind you, I wasn't too greedy either. I wasn't like, let me hold it for more. I was like, nah, it's not there. I will keep my eye out on AMD. But what I don't like about AMD is that we're on the 9-day moving average, which this thing could continue higher. So I kind of don't like that on AMD. Because that means that we could head higher. And obviously, I'm already thinking short, so just let it play out. Now, if we're noticing Tesla seems like it's going to hold some support above this purple box that I drew. It's probably going to hold some support because remember, this was a key of the buy zone. So this would have been a good, like, I could have kept my position, added here, just to take it to this 200. But I'm not going to go ahead and do that. Early on in the day, it's just momentum plays. That's all it is, just straight momentum plays. And those momentum plays, you're just in and out, in and out, in and out. But when what I'm looking for is the trend plays. Those trend plays, that's where you make your money. These momentum plays are not consistent. It's just like I said, just quick profits. Yo, Grayson, man, Oscar told me that you started the what you call it, the paper trading, bro. Yo, man, if you have any questions on that, man, just let me know, man. I got you. I didn't do the paper trading on to Weeble, but I've done paper trading on different platforms. It's cool. It's cool. Like it really helps, man. That's honestly, I'm the best way to start. You don't want to just start with to real money like that. All right, just gotta sit here and wait, man. It's probably one of the hardest things to do in trading is just sitting around and waiting. Right now, Tesla's looking at resistance. Even though we're above the VWAP, we could look at this two ways, right? These white line, purple, green. This can be some resistance at this point, and this thing could push Tesla down. But remember, since this is all a buy zone, I'm not inclined to short it, but it's definitely showing the weakness. Oh yeah, sellers are coming in on Tesla. Sellers are definitely coming in. It's crazy. One seller came in, but then buyers are starting to just also lean a little bit more into this as well. Yeah, you see how it's starting to go up? Yeah, because I'm seeing a lot of buyers step up on the order book. That blue line that's inside that purple box, that's an extreme important to level right there. So right now I'm watching the price action and seeing how is the price responding to this level. And what I'm seeing more so is a lot more buyers take place. Let me see if I could. Okay. Selling starting to take place on AMD too. A little bit. I would love to short Tesla right here, but I don't think that's a good idea because we're in this buy zone. So I'm like, but I like the risk to reward, but because we could get from 417 down to 413. So I do like that because now you're talking about a $5 move. But buying can take place at any point and I can run into choppy action. And just remember, I'm up on the day right now. So I'm not, I don't have to run into my next position. I could just watch the market. The buyers just went ahead and stepped up. Nvidia is so trash. Nvidia is trash. Yeah, bro, I got you, man. Just everything that I'm like, everybody's strategy is different, bro. Like everybody's strategy, like the way everybody sees the market. Like you may see the market differently from me. Like my strategy might not even to work for you. You know what I'm saying? But definitely take some of the habits that I'm doing because all traders, well, all great traders are doing these habits. You see how I'm not really running, I'm not running into a position and I'm not like going heavy on my positions like that. Like go in with that mindset because like this is like going to like a battlefield. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to put all your trust me. These people will take your money. So You literally watched me put in just one contract. I lost. Okay, bet. Then I found a better risk to reward setup. I went in with another contract. That was a 2-to-1. So I made my losses back plus some more. Then now I'm sitting back and I'm waiting for my next opportunities. I'm waiting for the market to scream at me like, yo, this is the move. And I may have to sit down for maybe an hour, hour and a half. And that's the time frame I normally see where the markets actually give a great move. So right now we just taking in information. So this is a habit you want to go ahead and bring into your trading, bro. Like just take in the information. Okay, Nvidia's taking this pop right now. It just broke pre-market high. I love that on Nvidia, but I don't like the range. And let me show you what I'm talking about on Nvidia. We just broke through pre-market. We left all of this consolidation, but the issue I have is that breaking pre-market is 181, and then the range we have a level here at 180, 151. That's not it's not a good range for me. You know, it's just I'm looking for more than that. Yeah, bro. I'm gonna make a video and show how to even find support and resistance levels. I make a video on that, and you can see how to even find it in the first place. Because it sounds easy, but it's just like you gotta like keep doing it over and over again, and then eventually you'll be able to find those levels. Yeah, I just don't like the range on Nvidia. I can see it on my other chart. I just wanted to show it to you and show what that looks like. And you see how this could have been a good dip buy, because I bought in right around here. I could have added right here and then taken it all the way to this orange line, 422, and it got right there on the penny. But like I said, I'm looking for a strong move. I'm not looking for these baby moves. You know what I mean? I'm looking for good moves because right now this is just a market rush. You know what I mean? People are trying to get in and get out. You also got new traders coming in, hungry to go ahead and make some money. I'm just taking in the information because today I'm trying to have a big day today. So if I'm gonna work my ass off to have a big day, I'm gonna need to be a shark in the a shark inside the ocean and just really scope the scene out. I don't want, and I could still lose. You know what I mean? But at least I'm losing being patient. You know what I mean? At least I'm losing, focusing on my strategy, focusing on my edge. At least I'm losing like that. I'm not just losing just because, oh shit, I mean, I want to make some money. Like at the same time, I don't want to lose money. So I'm gonna play offense, but I'm damn sure gonna play some defense. Because the one thing I don't want to do is fight the tape. And what's the tape? The tape is these candles. The tape is the time it says. The tape is the level two. I don't want to fight that. I, I like how Nvidia is in our levels. So let's go to Nvidia's chart again. I'll come back to Tesla, but I like to see how this plays out. The risk to reward seems pretty decent on Nvidia, and then we got a level up here. I just want to get in on a pullback. If this thing doesn't pull back, I'm not getting in. Yeah, Tesla's now taking that ride. Yeah, I like Tesla's taking that ride now. They left that buy zone. I could jump back into Tesla, but I'm not going to. I like Nvidia for this target at to 182, especially to aim towards the moving averages on the daily chart. We just got a new 5 minute candle. I just want to pull back though. I don't want to just get in right here. I want it to fall a little bit, probably get halfway through to 181 and a quarter. I want to see how the timing sales react, and then I'll probably jump in and try to take this move. Yeah, so this is what I want. I want it to pull back. I don't want to just go ahead and jump in. So I'm looking at 180 calls. All right, so you see how we fell and then we picked back up? All right, just let it go ahead and do its thing. Buyers are still consistent. The buyers is not really to letting up. Just let the thing drop. Tesla, yeah, I missed out on some more potential profits on that, but that's okay. Yeah. Taribo could be a bit hard at first, bro. It is. But eventually, it gets easy. It gets easy, bro. Like the first time I got on Weibo, I was like, "Yo, what's this?" All right, I just jumped in to put my stop. I just jumped into Nvidia. Have about a dollar stop. The goal for me is to take Nvidia to this to 182. Nvidia might not to get there. Nvidia is already looking tired. I just like the fact that we're in our territory, and on the daily we could push to get inside these moving averages. So if we could go, if I could see these bids get into the ask a little bit more, then yeah, I'm inclined to go ahead and add into this position a little bit more. Let's check out the time frames. Yes, I would like Nvidia to get to this 200, which is 182.50, 182. Yeah, so Nvidia does look good to get up there. It has the potential, but I'm watching out for these to buyers, man. I'm watching out for them. I mean, I'm watching out for the sellers. And you see, I'm taking care of the money I made because I'm only down $11 or $13. I made 144. So I'm not trying to lose all of that, right? Like I have $100 to risk on this. So if I lose 100, then I still come out with $44. But I still have some ammo left. And what I like about Nvidia is that we're trading above pre-market high. So now I just gotta wait for my next, entry. So then I could take this thing to the 182 if it wants to get there. I do see some large sellers at 183. So, but I say this: the minute this thing breaks under 180.99, I'm out. I'm out. So the minute we get back inside pre-market on the range, I'm out. I'm not even gonna go ahead and wait to lose $100. No, I'm just gonna go ahead and get out. But I just have a stop loss just in case. Yep, it's looking weak. Like I said, the minute we get to 170, 180.99, yeah, the minute we get to 180.70, I'm gone. I'm not even gonna waste my time. And then what time is it back east? It's 10 o'clock back east. It's only been 30 minutes into the market. Okay, cool. So the minute I see like 180.70, 180.60, like I said, I'm leaving. It needs to stay above the pre-market high. If it can't stay above it, then it's okay. I- I'm gonna protect the money I made. It's getting close to stopping me out. And maybe my stop is too tight, but that's okay. I don't want to work harder to make back what I lost. Yeah, sellers are trying to step up. The bids and the ask on the level two is pretty much neck and neck. Nobody's really up right now. I like the fact that the prices is going up more so. I like that. Volume starting to kick in. I think this would be a good ad. I like the risk to reward, but I don't like the resistance that's up there because we're right at R2. Okay. There's 5 minutes trying to hold. It's trying to hold this. I like how the bid prices are going up slowly because we was just at 181.18, 181 and a quarter. Now we're now we're at to 181.30, so it's starting to pick up a little bit. Starting to pick up, but I'm not adding just yet because market conditions have already stated that we got sellers who are now coming into the market now. 180.80. The minute I see that, I'm gone. Yep. All right, man. We're getting there. I already got my finger on the trigger to sell. 180.80. That is where I will sell at 180.80. Because sometimes you get um a a breakdown, but it's not a full on to breakdown. It's just a pullback. So you don't. So like you want to have a good area to have your stop at. All right, 181. We got to 181. 90. Yep, 180.98. Nope, not taking that. Oh, I was thinking about adding, so that's why I said no. I'm not gonna add there. But an ad is coming though. An ad is definitely coming because the risk to reward is nice because we got another area where there is some support. So an ad is coming. I just have to confirm the ad a little bit more. Is either the ad that's gonna come or stopping me out is gonna come. I'm skeptical on the ad because the spy is falling. All right, yeah. We might turn around because AMD is turning around. Might. But also treat stocks like individuals as well. Don't try to group them together like okay, like that's falling, so this is gonna fall. That's going up. Even though they're in the same sector, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter really. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. All right. What's while that's going on? We got some large sellers right here at 181.30. Yeah, sellers are rolling in on Nvidia with right now as we speak. Kind of stuck here. It's looking weak. Cause I said it. I said I literally see like the sellers are like coming in hot right now on the order book. 180, 180, 98, 93, 91. 180, 80, 88. I'm out. I'm out. Still up $92. See, look how the buyers got trapped. We had two strong candles and then a straight seller. That's why I said like the sellers are still active. Like the sellers are very well still in play. 'Cause I just saw large selling just come in on Nvidia, so that let me out. That's how you protect your profit, man. Sellers are coming in on Tesla. The buyers are right back in on Tesla. Damn. A large sell order came. Oh, Tesla is really mixy. I think shorts are getting squeezed on Tesla a little bit. Wait patiently. I'll get back in on Nvidia if we can get back above pre-market high, which is the white dotted line, and I get back in to then go ahead and retest all of those R levels. But for right now, I'm not gonna touch them. I like how it did stay above the VWAP. I'm yawning because trading is boring. Trading is so boring. But you make money being bored. Imagine making money just working your ass off. Which one would you rather? Your AMD is running into resistance. AMD looks like it wants to come back into pre-market range, and it could potentially come down to the 200. I'm just not gonna run in there. I'm to like that. Tesla's a little stuck. I like how Nvidia is still holding activity above VWAP, so we fell, but it's just been holding activity there. So I like that on Nvidia. AMD is looking like it wants to roll over. We just crossed the nine. If we get below VWAP, this thing will head down for the Himalayas. So I really do like AMD. Because AMD is just looking exhausted now. But Nvidia's picking up. Yeah, you see it? Yeah, let's. That was a quick sell off right there. Don't really have no edge right now when it comes to shorting it. I just see the short happen. I'm seeing the rollover. We had this morning rush. And a lot of the times, this is kind of similar to yesterday. Just look what NVIDIA did. I'm sorry, AMD. We came up and sold off. So I'm kind of thinking that we got the same concept happening right now on AMD. I think we have the same concept right now where we pop up and then sell down and get back inside this pre market. So I'll wait. If we get back into pre market, then I would use this as my risk and take it down. But as long as we're above the pre market, I'm not going to go ahead and short it. Tesla made a move up and got stuck. There we go. Look at NVIDIA. Held on to VWAP. Nice little bounce. Just don't know how consistent that's going to be. Because this is all rejection. All of this is just rejecting the price. So, buyers can easily get caught. I do love what I'm seeing on AMD. All right, let's go with a put on AMD. It's coming. It's coming. Just want to make sure that these sellers are coming into the bid price. And if they are, then I'll go in one contract. Right now, these sellers are not cracking down. They're not getting into the bid. But if these sellers could get into the bid, then yeah, I could probably go short on that. Tesla looks nice too. I would like to. I would honestly like Tesla a little bit more. To get back into this buy zone. I like Tesla for that. All right, so let's go back to the original list here. And if you see what I'm doing, I'm just being real cautious. I'm not running into anything. I'm just proper assessment. AMD just caught one large seller with a little bit of buying right after that. So I think the selling is still going to take place. Right now, Tesla is caught in between VWAP and a 200. I would love to take Tesla back inside this buy range, which I am. I'm leaning towards that a little bit more. Yeah, yeah, I'm leaning towards that. Where's price action? I like my risk to reward on this. I like my risk to reward a little bit more on AMD though. Yeah, man, the bids are staying where they're at. Well, the bids just picked up on Tesla. Okay. Nvidia's picking back up. SPY's picking back up. Okay, you see how Tesla's starting to face a little bit of some rejection. Nvidia is picking up again though. Okay, let's go back to Nvidia, and then let's put Tesla back on this list right here. I like this on Nvidia. I like this a lot. Let's go back to Nvidia. Yep. Right. It's right now I'm looking at the level two. There was a large ask. It's a 10,000 lot size at 183, 181.30. So, 181.30 something, 181.34. So let's see if this order gets swept. If that order gets swept and we move higher, then yeah, yep. So that order did get swept. Okay, I'm back in on AMD. I mean on Nvidia. Set my stop to 169. Okay, damn. There we go. Okay, we're retesting this zone. Let's see. The goal is to take Nvidia to 182 at least. If we could break this consolidation at 181.62, I'm going to add. Yep, we just broke it. But I want to see the bids just get in there a little bit more. The bids got to get in there a little bit more. Because we broke it slightly. It looks like we only had to broke it by like 8 cents. So that's not enough for me. We got to go ahead and break it, get into like 80 cents, so on and so forth. 69, 70, 71, 73. Nice. I'm looking for this breakout. Ah, it's not really. It's not doing it. It's not doing it. I mean, this could be a trap too. The bids got to get. The bids have to get into the ask price. Because there's sellers at 182. I want to meet those sellers. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, you see that? I think I think we are gonna get to 182 though. Just a thought. I do think we are, but who knows? SPY still going up. All right, just let that play out. We need the buyers to step up on this, man. The buyers are not stepping up. SPY is rolling in higher. I do think this thing will end up pushing higher, but gotta wait. So when we look at the overall theme, we're above 9, we're above the 20, we're above VWAP. So this is all to bullish. All of this is still to bullish. The bullish momentum is still intact. It's just faking out a lot of the buyers right now. But that's why position sizing is very, very important. Because if I would have went in heavy, then I would have taken a stronger loss, and I wouldn't be able to do anything. So let the market shake a few people out. Right? Are these bids going to step up? I need these bids to step up to the plate. All right, a lot more buyers are coming in. No, wait, sorry, that's on Tesla. A lot more buyers are coming in on Nvidia now. A little bit. I need the bids. We need the bids. We need the bids to step up to the ask. And they are. Not by much though. Not by much. Slow markets, slow markets. Okay. See, Nvidia has little small sellers on this thing, like little small, little annoying sellers that's trying to short this thing. And to be honest, if we look at the whole picture of Nvidia, this thing does not look like it wants to go short. Already an hour into the market, time wise. See, 1 hour. Shoot, I'm trying to take it here to 182.43. I'm gonna get out of Nvidia the minute we cross the 20-day moving average. The minute we cross that, I'm out. I got one winner and two losses for today. Tesla starting to roll over. Struggling to break the 200-day moving average on the 5-minute chart. This is a nice risk to reward on Tesla that I'm seeing. Right there, back to the VWAP, back to the buy zone. I'm gonna take that trade on Tesla. Soon, 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 soon. I'm not gonna run in there like a blind man, but I do like the risk to reward right here. Yeah, let me take this trade. I'm in on Tesla short. 5, I need 4, 45, let's go to 4. Place. I just shorted Tesla. The goal is to take it back inside this buy zone. That's the goal. Still holding on to my Nvidia call, trying to take it up here. Nvidia's taking so long. So long. There we go. Yeah, Nvidia is just not getting there. Like whatsoever. Okay. Nvidia's starting to pick up now, but I need these bids to come in. Okay, the bids is finally starting to step up now. So every time those bids step up into the 180, 170 cent range, it just falls. Okay, buys are stepping up now. I'm looking at Nvidia, the buys are stepping up. Tesla, yeah, damn, damn. Nvidia, you are not doing nothing. Yeah, these buys on Nvidia, man, they are weak. Finally, we got an 80 cent. All right. Oops. All right, now I'm going all in. Honestly, I can't trust this thing to go. I can't trust it. I'm, I'm, I'm honestly better off adding in a Tesla, low key, than I am adding into Nvidia. I like how the bids is now coming into the ask, but there's no size on the bid. I'm good, man. I don't like Nvidia at all. I'm straight. I want to add into the position, but I don't like it. The momentum is not there. Like I'm looking here on the level two. it's just not stacking the way I want it to stack. Like, no. Like, for whatever the profit is on this, I take it. But I'm up like $33. Yeah, I'm good on this one. I'm just not seeing strong buying on this thing. Remember, I'm short Tesla, I'm long Nvidia. I'm still holding on to both of these positions, but like I said, what I'm noticing on Nvidia is that I'm not seeing any buying right here. Yeah, bro. So what it means is that so basically, uh, look at this small box where my mouse is. Right, the price right now on the ask side is 181.83. The price here on the ask side is like 181.78. So I want the bids to now buy the ask price because that will indicate that there's some buying activity going on. But the whole entire time, these bids are not stepping up. So if I would have added, I would have got killed because they're not stepping up whatsoever. They're just like stuck there. And now I'm about to just cut the position. Yeah, I just cut the position there. Like, because they're not stepping up, like at all. So that's what I mean by the bid stepping up to the ask or the ask stepping down to the bid. Because if the ask go ahead and step down to the bid, the price will sell. If the bid step up to the ask, then the price will go up. That's how it goes. So just think about buyers will meet the sellers and sellers will meet the buyers. See, now I'm looking at Tesla. You see why I didn't add? Because, like I said, this was not moving. It just was not moving whatsoever. Now, the fact that we broke the VWAP on Tesla, I'm inclined to add into this position. I'm inclined to add. I don't know if I will add, but I'm definitely inclined. I'm intrigued. But Tesla, man, I mean, not Tesla, Nvidia. What I mean, those bids were not stepping up. Those bids were not stepping up. The price was going higher, but if we looked at the level two, there was no buying. Yeah, bro. So that's what I mean. And then, man, if I would have added, man, I would have got killed. I would have gotten killed on that, man. All right. I would like to add into my Tesla position, like I said, because I do see this thing coming back into that buy zone. Just need a little bit more confirmation on that one. I like how we got an influx of sellers that came in, but there was no reaction. All right, Tesla's starting to pick up. Still holding on to Tesla. Tesla might continue higher because it's holding on to the VWAP because we fell, but it's just holding on to this now. But I like the fact that I'm not losing too much on it. Well, I probably spoke too soon because now I'm down. I'm down like $30. I'm still not losing much, but for Tesla, this thing could easily roll over into like $100 loss easily. I'm already at 47. The volume is picking up, and not everything is picking up. Great. I got my stop order in though, so it's all right. If I lose, I lose. But the buying on Nvidia was just atrocious, like freaking atrocious. Like those orders were not coming in. Now this is where like you could get chopped up in the markets right now. The market is not giving no clear direction. You know, like we fell to the VWAP. I'm trying to get back into this range right here. It's not really happening on Tesla. Nvidia went ahead and bounced us back up, but at what cost? Hmm. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, today is not really a great day. Today is like a slow, slow day. Nvidia looks like it wants to go ahead and do something, but look at the level two. There's not enough volume. I don't want to go ahead and buy into that. Like it's just not enough. There's way more selling activity than there is buying activity. So price is going up, but at what cost? Tesla has more edge to me than Nvidia. Tesla's probably gonna go higher though. Just looking at this chart, it's probably gonna go higher. Go ahead and break and go higher there, or maybe not. But who knows? The goal was to take it back into like the buy zone, but I don't. I kind of don't see that coming right now because we held on to VWAP with a nice bounce. You see, just look at Nvidia. It's just nasty. Nvidia is just nasty. Just the side of chain that nobody shows you. Just sitting around, looking, taking in information. Yeah, Tesla's probably gonna get back into it's probably gonna get back to that 200-day moving average. Yeah, I'm already down $70 there. Tough day. SPY's falling, Nvidia's falling, AMD's falling. Oh, ooh. The goal was to get Tesla below the VWAP, and that would have inclined me to add to that position and take it back into that purple range. But did it happen? Today is Straka. Some days there's markets like this, man. Crazy part. Still, I do need to. Let me see. What's my 415? Oh no, I gave this thing $1.45 stop. Yeah. All right, Tesla's probably gonna stop me out. Maybe not. Who knows? And that's the good thing about having a system because it removes all the emotion out of it. Like it's either a work or it don't. Oh yeah, it should stop me out now because a nice set of volume just came in. Nvidia is doing all of that with no freaking buy orders. Yo, that's crazy. Yeah, you got to be careful with Nvidia. Oh, yeah, you got to be careful. Like the buyers step up at the weirdest time. The buyers step up exactly when the sellers step up. So weird. That as Nvidia goes up, there's no buyers. There's no more. Looking at Tesla's order book, pretty steady. There's a large group of buyers at 420 though. Yo, look at this shit on the Nvidia, yo. This shit is crazy. They're gonna wait for these bids to step up. Oh my gosh. Okay, the bids are stepping up now. We got a nice volume coming in. I'm gonna jump into Nvidia again. I just got in on it. Nvidia. If this doesn't work, man, this is my last trade. I'm still short Nvidia. I'm still short Tesla. But if this doesn't work, man, yeah, I'm done. I'm probably gonna get stopped out on Tesla though. Matter of fact, I don't even gotta wait. I'm gonna cut Tesla now. Cause I just can't see Tesla. I'll just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Tesla's right near my stop. That's why I'm thinking about just cutting it now. I don't think it makes sense to hold on to the position. Like it's literally staring at my stop order. But in odd cases, this thing could turn around and sell off in like an odd case. So I think that's why I'm just gonna decide to leave it. Yep, it stopped me out, so it's fine. I'm down what, like $30? I'm down $44. Yeah, probably gonna call it, man. It's already 11 o'clock East Coast time. This market is not doing jack shit. I'm still in on this call. I was up. I was down 100, up 140, down again, and now I'm down 40. Realized. So, oh, look at Tesla. See, it's a good thing to have a stop order because now look what Tesla's doing. Ooh, Tesla just short squeezed a lot of people just now. Oh yeah, Tesla made a strong move. Nice. That was a good move on Tesla. Nvidia is in a trend. Nvidia is just gonna trade like this probably all day. I really see what they're doing with Nvidia. They're buying dips. We can see the trend on Nvidia because every pullback is being bought back up. I know these sellers are frustrated right now. And today is boring. There's nothing going on in the markets, man. Well, I'm going to be disciplined, man. Grayson, I'm off this. It's not really much going on, man. It's a quiet market. It's real choppy, just not consistent. Still got some ammo left, but the lunch hour is about to pull up. You know what I mean? So once it hits 11 o'clock in the market, it's a little bit finicky. You don't know what you're going to get. So probably just going to go ahead and leave this thing alone. I'm sure I'll see a move at some point, but it's going to take a while before something happens, man. This is one of those days. And there's days like this. There's days like this in the market. So I think today's just one of those days where we're just not really getting much. It's all right. Man, I'm off the stream. If I do trade, I'll make sure to post it inside the post area and let you guys know what that is about. But other than that, I'm out of here. Peace, deuces. Be back tomorrow.